Day 16, and it was time for Some Needy Girl Overdose. What an interesting title. And I must say, what an interesting game. This is a visual novel, and not just any visual novel. A visual novel on a streamer girl who's trying to become successful. Your goal? Get 1 million followers in 30 days. If there was a game that I was destined to suck at, this would be the one. I'll let you use your creative imagination to determine whether or not I was able to get those 1 million followers. Please. Next up was South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Finally, after all this time, I decided that it was time to play at least one South Park game. They are so popular amongst people, and the genre is my type of genre. A little bit of tactical, turn-based RPG. So, I played it for a while, and it was okay, nothing special, but I do see myself revisiting the game and giving it a little bit more time. Tin Hearts is a puzzle game, at heart. No pun intended, I guess. But the game has a major issue, at least for me, is when I'm trying to control some of the pieces to manipulate how these tin people move, it just doesn't work well. I really struggled with the controls. And if a game has poor controls or controls that I can't use, it's a terrible game. And that's the impression I got with Tin Hearts. Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy was next, and this is a tactical turn-based RPG. And I love the genre, as you guys know. Nothing special about the story so far, but once again, it's a tactical turn-based RPG. And I am digging what I'm playing so far. I'm gonna revisit this and likely complete the game. Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy? Really? You guys were like, oh no. Triangle strategy? You think your title is bad? We're gonna one-up that. So they came with not just any tactics, Absolute Tactics. Well, congratulations. You guys now have the worst title in a turn-based strategy RPG game. Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion, at least I think that's what it's called. And this is an interesting title. Not bad for a licensed game. It is an open world exploration / turn-based RPG. I inadvertently picked up a lot of RPGs, and I am not complaining, because I like them. And Adventure Time deserves a little bit more of my time. Tokoyo, The Tower of Perpetuity, is a vertical platformer. A speedrunner's dream, I guess, if you will. I hate speedrunning, and I do not like platformers that push you for time. So naturally, it's a game that I did not enjoy as much as, say, the typical speedrunner. But there is potential here. So this is one of those games where I'm not sure if I want to play this some more or not. I guess time will tell. The Blob 2, a great 3D puzzle platformer. My only complaint is the time limit. Get rid of time limits. I hate them. They don't serve any purpose in this game or most other games. Let me platform, let me explore, let me play the game at my own pace. But no! You have to do things in a certain time limit, otherwise you have to restart. I hate that about these games. Maybe the easy mode doesn't have a time limit? I did not try it. But I will definitely switch it on if that's the case. I don't care. I really do like this game. Shantae, Risky's Revenge, Director's Cut. Now this is a great 2D platformer. there are things that it does a little bit differently as it goes more in and out of the screen than left and right, like your traditional 2D platformers, action platformers, mind you. But I really had a great time with Shantae's Risky Revenge. I'm definitely going to be finishing this one. So just to re-emphasize, instead of going left and right, you're going in and out, in and out. You know, it just occurred to me, how many times can I do this before it becomes inappropriate? I think I should remove this from the video. Akai Katana Shin is a horizontal shmup. And you know, this came from the Xbox 360. And you can tell that it came from the Xbox 360 because as you complete the games and look at the credits, there is a mention of members of the Microsoft team in the credits. Pretty cool to still see that, even though the game is now on the Switch. But yes, Akai Katana Shin is a great horizontal shmup and definitely worth playing, especially if you guys suck at shmups, which is the case here, of course, because you get unlimited continues. Die all you want. Use your bombs at your own pace, because if you die, you just restart. It's funny towards the endings, one of the endings of Akai Katana. And no, this is not a spoiler. Don't worry about it. If it is, sorry. But, you know, they're like, after all this destruction and blowing up millions of objects and cars, they're like, you know, war is kind of bad. I don't want to do war anymore. Really? What gave it away, huh? Really? After all that stuff that you've been blowing up? Well, I guess that I've been blowing up nonstop? Now you think that war is bad? And finally, we have Super Mario Odyssey, the great 3D platformer of the Nintendo Switch. An iconic game of sorts on the system by now. And I'm sure we'll get a sequel to this somewhere down the road, or I should say a 3D platformer in the Mario universe down the road on the next system. But until that happens, this is the best one to play on the current Nintendo Switch, and I was not disappointed. This is my second playthrough, but they're always a joy to play. And with that, we are done with yet another episode. We have one final session to go. 6 more games, and then I'll be done. What am I going to do next? Who knows?